Trouble making decisions is a subtle yet impactful sign of cognitive aging that can affect nearly every aspect of daily life. You may notice yourself hesitating when choosing between even simple options, second-guessing your decisions more often, or struggling to weigh pros and cons effectively. What once felt intuitive now requires greater mental effort, and you may experience anxiety or frustration when decisions are unavoidable. These challenges are not just inconvenient. They reflect underlying changes in the brain's prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for executive function, cognitive flexibility, and risk assessment. Recognizing these warning signs early is essential because proactive strategies can strengthen decision-making capacity, improve judgment, and enhance confidence in daily life. Warning signs of impaired decision-making go beyond occasional indecision. Persistent hesitation when choosing among alternatives, difficulty prioritizing tasks, or making choices that lead to unintended consequences can indicate reduced cognitive flexibility. You may also notice slower evaluation of information, an inability to anticipate outcomes, or reliance on habitual patterns rather than reasoned analysis. Social and professional interactions may become more stressful, as evaluating others' suggestions or responding to complex scenarios requires greater mental effort. Recognizing these signs is critical because decision-making skills are trainable and deliberate interventions can preserve and even enhance cognitive function. Cognitive flexibility exercises are among the most effective ways to improve decision-making ability. Digital platforms such as BrainHQ, Lumosity, and CogniFit provide structured activities that challenge the brain to adapt to new rules, shift attention, and evaluate changing information. Tasks may involve categorizing objects in multiple ways, quickly adapting to rule changes in a game, or recalling and applying new information in unpredictable contexts. Engaging with these exercises consistently, ideally 20 to 30 minutes per day, several times per week, can improve neural circuits involved in planning, problem-solving, and adaptive thinking. The goal is to train the brain to evaluate information more efficiently, make quicker judgments, and reduce the mental fatigue often associated with indecision. Practical, everyday strategies can further enhance decision-making capacity. Deliberately planning daily routines and scheduling tasks in advance trains the brain to anticipate choices and prioritize effectively. Breaking complex decisions into smaller steps, creating checklists, and using pros and cons frameworks can reduce cognitive load and improve clarity. Even small exercises, like choosing a new recipe, planning a weekly schedule, or rearranging household routines, stimulate the same prefrontal networks used in larger, high-stakes decisions. Incorporating opportunities to make low-risk decisions on a daily basis builds confidence and reinforces mental agility. Nutrition plays a significant role in supporting decision-making and executive function. B vitamins, particularly B6, B12, and folate, are essential for neurotransmitter synthesis and energy metabolism in the brain. Adequate intake of B vitamin-rich foods, such as eggs, legumes, whole grains, leafy greens, and fortified cereals, supports cognitive processes underlying attention, memory, and reasoning. Omega-3 fatty acids from fatty fish, walnuts, and chia seeds also support neuronal communication and synaptic efficiency, which are critical for evaluating options and making timely choices. Polyphenol-rich foods, including berries, grapes, and dark chocolate, help protect neurons from oxidative stress, further supporting cortical efficiency and cognitive resilience. Consistent hydration is equally important, as even mild dehydration can impair judgment, mental clarity, and response speed. Lifestyle interventions complement cognitive and nutritional strategies. Regular aerobic exercise, such as walking, jogging, swimming, or cycling, increases cerebral blood flow and stimulates neurotrophic factors like BDNF, enhancing executive function and decision-making capacity. Mindfulness practices and meditation improve focus, reduce stress-induced interference with cognitive flexibility, and allow clearer evaluation of options. Stress reduction is particularly important, as chronic stress elevates cortisol levels, which can impair the prefrontal cortex and make decision-making slower and less accurate. Engaging in social and intellectually stimulating activities, discussions, strategic games, collaborative problem-solving, or volunteering also exercises adaptive thinking and reinforces neural networks involved in judgment. Sleep is another critical factor. Quality sleep consolidates learning, refreshes cognitive networks, and enhances problem-solving abilities. Adults should aim for 7 to 9 hours of restorative sleep per night, maintain consistent sleep-wake schedules, and implement relaxing pre-sleep routines. Lack of adequate sleep impairs attention, slows information processing, and reduces confidence in decision-making, compounding difficulties over time. Practical strategies for improving decision-making include creating structured frameworks for evaluating choices, practicing deliberate risk assessment, and gradually increasing exposure to new or unfamiliar decisions. For instance, trying new activities, exploring unfamiliar tasks, or engaging in scenarios that require rapid judgments helps train the brain to process options efficiently. Even daily exercises such as summarizing key points from reading material, planning multiple-step activities, or reflecting on past decisions for lessons learned enhance the neural circuits underlying judgment and adaptive thinking. The positive aspect of this process is that decision-making skills are highly malleable. With consistent cognitive flexibility exercises, strategic daily planning, supportive nutrition, aerobic activity, sleep optimization, and stress management, it is possible not only to slow age-related decline, but to enhance the brain's ability to evaluate information, anticipate outcomes, and act decisively. Early recognition of hesitation, poor judgment, or difficulty evaluating options allows individuals to implement these interventions proactively, transforming decision-making challenges into opportunities for cognitive growth and mental resilience. By integrating these strategies into daily life, it becomes possible to maintain confidence, clarity, and efficiency in making choices well into older adulthood, ensuring that complex decisions, both large and small, are handled with skill and composure.